Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. It looks as though GW are wasting no time, and literally the week after the huge, awesome Age of Sigmar Dominion celebration stream, we are going to be diving back into the war-torn galaxy of the 40k universe for another stream to see even more exciting and terrifying models, storyline and lore which are coming our way. So we knew the greenskins were coming up next, that is not a surprise, but I think we were all wondering who they might be going up against as they came back into the fray. Surely with such a huge set of new releases and the codex, they wouldn't just be coming in by themselves. They would have to be part of some bigger narrative arc to really let them showcase the new units and the new models and the new rules, and it looks as though we have finally got our answer. Whilst the preview next week is going to be, I think, largely focused on the new Ork kits, we now know that following on from Caradon Part 2, the narrative eyes of 40k are shifting to the Octarius Sector. And who were the Orks busy fighting in the Octarius Sector? That's right, it's our favourite gribbly bugs, the Tyranids. And so does this mean that the narrative is going to shift us further towards that Ork versus Tyranid conflict? It certainly seems so, and although the Warhammer community article states that the Orks were previously content to bloody themselves against the tendrils of Hive Fleet Leviathan, the local greenskins are beginning to spill out into the surrounding systems, which makes me think that there is a very clear message that other armies are going to be involved. I would imagine some kind of Imperial or Space Marine presence at the very least, but the fact that they have specifically name-dropped the Octarius Sector and Hive Fleet Leviathan is a huge indicator that the Nids are going to be there in some capacity. And it makes sense as well to me from the perspective of the Beast Snaggers range. We all know that as Orks fight more and more, they get bigger and stronger and stronger. And what are the Beast Snaggers? They're bigger, stronger, meaner Orks. And on top of that, we know that the Beast Snaggers are very much adept and greatly enjoy taking down huge enemies, gigantic monsters and creatures, much like, say, Tyranid monstrous creatures. So are the Beast Snaggers a natural evolution of the Orks which have just grown over time as they've been in this endless, brutal conflict against the never-ending forces of Hive Fleet Leviathan? It certainly matches up very nicely in my mind. And so does this also mean that whilst probably not getting the same kind of extensive refresh and update as the Orks, that the Tyranids will be getting blessed with some brand new or reimagined creatures of their own? We have seen in some very recent rumour engines tentacles and spines and that sort of thing which look very Tyranid-esque, so will we perhaps see a new Lictor or some updated Gaunts, or perhaps a completely new enormous monstrous creature for the Beast Snaggers to really try and get their teeth into and bring down? The announcement of this preview has got me really excited, not just because I love the Beast Snaggers and I collect Orks, but now the fact that they have implied that there's going to be Tyranid involvement as well has got me absolutely hyped, because I also really love Tyranids. At this point, we don't know too much, except for the fact that Orks are featuring, the Octarius Sector is mentioned, and the Warhammer community article has put a not too subtle picture of an enormous Hive Fleet battling against the Orks up in the article. So for me personally, my money is on this preview being a very exciting one if you are a fan of the greenskins or the unending horde of the Tyranids. And I'll be honest, I really cannot wait to see and hear not only more information about the upcoming Beast Snaggers and Ork release, but also what may be in store in the future for the Hive Fleet of the Tyranids. But what do you think? Do you think we will see some kind of Orks versus Nids campaign announced at this preview or coming alongside the Ork Codex? And if you do, are you hoping for a big new range of Tyranid models, or do you think there will just be one or two new additions for now and then they might get a bigger refresh later on down the line. And if they are getting a bigger refresh, what kind of new creatures would you like to see for the Tyranids? Are you keen to see some of the smaller gribblies like the Gaunts and the Gene Stealers get redone, or would you love to see a brand new knight-sized enormous beast for you to bring to the table? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I will catch you later, guys.